Hi guys.
Hi,
Hi. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
we are
Good,
good.
we're
How
good.
are you?
I'm doing good. I'm very excited. I watched the film the other day and amazing film, very scary. I did not know it was going to be scary. Hey DDs, it's Melanie from DDIDIHOOD, and I'm super excited because we're sitting down with the cast of In Flames. Do you guys mind introducing yourselves?
Hi, my name is Ramesha Nawal. I play Mariam in Flames.
I am Bakhtawar Mazhar and I play Fariha, Mariam's mom.
Amazing. So this is fantastic film, so eerie. It was the first Pakistani film to premiere at Cannes, at the 76 Cannes Festival, and then it was the first to premiere at the 23rd Toronto International Film Festival as well. So first off, how did it feel to kind of see a film made in Karachi being premiered here in the West? How did you guys feel about that?
Great, amazing, unreal, surreal, like a dream came true. The film had potential, the script was great, the director had a very different concept, a thought of the treatment. So, from the very beginning, from the first table read, it felt like a different kind of a project. Even though both of us, we are not screen actors back home, and for both of us, as our first feature film, I'm a theater trained actor. I used to teach and do theater a lot, but for everyone on board, it just felt a little different because of the genre, because how Zarar had approached the script, and the teamwork, and how everyone just sort of came together to tell the story, which was, even though based in Karachi, it was a very local, but it had a treatment which was not very, I would say, the traditional one that we have had, we have seen, or we have been seeing in our region. So, and then the fact that the film took off first to Cannes and then having the world premiere there at Directors Fortnight, and then TIFF, and then, of course, Red Sea, where we also won the main Golden User Award. Um, and now this, the theatrical release. Uh, I just can't believe that a little film, or a little, very, very small budgeted film has come that all the way here.
I think Bakhtawar has said everything I wanted to say, but I was just add that I am very like happy and very excited because we worked so hard on this
Yes.
film and all of us, and we are seeing the results. It is crazy, and even when we went to all these festivals, the reaction from the public, the people we met, and the girls we met who came up to us,
Yeah.
who appreciated or resonated with these characters. I think that was the highlight for
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Definitely.
What was like the best thing someone said about this film and maybe came up to you and talked to you about?
This lady was, I remember she was crying, and I don't know, I should not be laughing at that, but she was crying, but she was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful! Oh my God!" And she kept on crying, and then you so good. Oh my God, this character I resonate. I think when I saw that this film moved, the character moved someone like that, and the way she was crying and kept on saying again and again, it was like she was repeating her words, and it was just crazy to see,
Something.
like something to see. Wow,
Yeah.
like this actually moved her. You
I
know.
think it's a primarily story of two women at different stages of their lives, dealing with different sets of problems. A younger woman, uh, Ramisha's character, and then the mother, who's also a single parent. So there are a lot of things coming together. I remember two incidents. I think it takes a woman to understand a woman.
Yeah.
Um, one, Tiff, a very, very emotional but a very, very nice lady, came to me and she said, I'm a single parent myself and I have two teenage kids. And I just can relate so much that, even though you're trying your best, but sometimes you're failing at so many things. And I think that was a compliment. I took it as a compliment, not just to my or my character, but to the film, the story, and how Zarar has directed it. And then at Red Sea, actually, all the way we had come out of the theater and we had come down and we were waiting for the car at the entrance. These five burqa-clad women who were there at the screening, and they were mustering up the courage to come and speak to us and nudging each other and elbowing each other, but not actually finding enough courage to. But when they saw us at the entrance, they came and they said that, we saw a lot ourselves in that film. I think they were young women, so probably they saw a lot of, they could resonate with Ramesha's character a lot. So it doesn't matter where you are or how old you are or how much freedom you have or the choices you can make, but somewhere the film hits you.
Yes, for sure. And I think growing up, I watched a lot of mother-daughter stories that weren't told by South Asians. And I always felt a bit of a disconnect because I don't think they captured that there's like a different dynamic when it comes to, South Asian mothers and their daughters and how they navigate the world together. And I think the story is just very important considering, patriarchy in South Asian cultures. And so for people who may not know much about, South Asian and Pakistani cultures. How do you want this film to kind of maybe enlighten them about some of the struggles that women go through on a daily basis, maybe in Pakistani? Is this something that you have always seen around you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
of course. I would just talk about the character of Mariam. I resonated with that character. I feel like that's my stories. There's so many personal, even personal things are related with her that I feel like she is speaking my story. Basically, a young woman in Karachi navigating life and not just at home but also outside world, and how she, the struggles, this society, this patriarchal society, how she faces them. I feel like that's it kind of speaks. Mariam speaks for everyone, you know, speaks for our culture, speaks for younger women in Karachi. And I feel like this, it's not just the story of like just one woman or like in, she's in Karachi, so that's happening. But I think it's for everyone, like every story. And the people we went on these festivals, these girls were not from Pakistan, they were not from our culture, they didn't know anything about this culture, but they resonated with the character. So it's very,
Yeah. So I believe certain things are universal. Like
yeah.
love is universal. I mean, love has no culture or gender or anything, as long as the relationship, like mother and daughter. But at the same time, I think what you said, you were very right that we South Asians didn't really have many layered, nuanced, um, profound, and well written
Yeah.
stories that could actually kind of make it easier for kids or mothers or daughters to understand how to communicate. The communication is the problem here, or
Yeah.
communication is the main thing here. So what happens is that in West, things are said or done or expressed in different ways. And those are the films that we're watching. With so much content around on so many platforms, you see all those kinds of and then there's some rude things also which are acceptable somewhere. There's some not just rude, but somewhere things are too emotional or too out there, in your face.
Yeah.
But in Pakistan, for South Asians, things are a little different. We are maybe a little more mild, mellow, dramatic, or however you call it. So, how do you tell a story which is stemming from our culture, our society, contemporary modern Karachi that we live in here now, not those elephant and snake charmer stuff that we've been fed for all those years. So those two characters navigating and solving their problems with our own sensibilities, and nothing to do with any Western content or any other content that we have been, exposed to. Finding our own path, telling the story as it we go, and as we go and as we go towards the end, finding our own solutions. I think it just somehow makes it very, very Pakistani, but at the same time, because this mother-daughter unconditional relationship was just there are no bounds. So I think something just clicked, something just worked really well.
That's very beautifully put, and that's exactly what I meant. Like there is a difference in how South Asian mothers and their daughters communicate with each other, which
Yeah.
may not always be the best way, but it's how we
Yeah.
communicate, and that's
Yeah.
not showcased. And I think translates very well for maybe people who are not within this culture. What I love about this film is how much silence there is, despite all
Yes.
of the eerie parts. There's a lot of like very emotive, emotional storytelling just through, Ramesha, your facial expressions. Like, Ramesha, how did you kind of take on Miriam's character, who is a very inwardly emotive character?
Yeah, Mariam is her resilience is not through words. Her
Mhm.
resilience is she's just, you
Mm.
just in it. It's right here. And you feel it. You don't, she doesn't have to say or do or show it, but you just feel the power she has. And so for me, it was actually something definitely was new because I was mostly quiet on the set. I was mostly, she's even when she's talking, it was all to herself. And it's just, I really liked that part of her, that the resilience, the courage, the bravery she has is very, she doesn't have to say it, she doesn't have to convey it through, and she just have to express it, she just have to face and just, it's right there. So I was very, actually, we worked on it. There are we did rehearsals, and it was, in the beginning it was kind of hard, difficult to catch that one thing that she, what is Mariam's thing, what is Mariam's, element or something. But it kind of, after some rehearsals, after going through it again and again, I kind of figured it out, that this is her thing. She doesn't have to be loud, or she doesn't have to show the presence through speaking, or she just have to be there. That's enough. In the beginning it was kind of hard to catch that one thing, and we got it, and it looks good. Yeah.
You did it amazingly. I mean, I could feel the intensity through the
Yeah.
screen, especially when there would be so many slow zooms into Miriam's face. I would almost be kind of scared. I'm like, okay, I know that she's so mad, but she kind of just keeps it to herself. She keeps it very close to her. I also want to speak more on both of your acting experiences. Bakhtawar, I know you have a lot of different films that you've been a part of, and The Queen of My Dreams, I saw that you were in it as well, and it's all across theaters in Canada. So I want to ask, how did you kind of get into acting, and what kind of steps did you take to get to where you are today? Because at DIDIHOOD, we have a lot of South Asian women who want to pursue acting, but maybe they don't know where to start and how to, I guess, find the confidence to keep moving forward, because acting is such a hard industry to break into.
It is. I think I'm a product of Pakistani society where even if there's a fire burning inside you and you have passion for you know exactly what you want, which is very rare for a 12-year or 13-year-old to know. But I just knew it at the age of 12 that I want to be an actor, but I could not say those words out. I mean, they could not leave my mouth. So it took a long, long time, and I made a whole detour of like going to medical school, then dropping it out, and then going to, and then I did marketing degree. I mean, so many things, and then got married, had my child. Acting didn't come to me. I couldn't. It was much later when I had become a mother. I joined a theater school for script writing, which was kind of acceptable for my family to, because now she's a new mother. She's going through postpartum, and so maybe she should, just do a couple of afternoons have for herself. But there, my teacher, my mentor, my director, Zia Mohyuddin Saab, he's a big name legend. He passed away 2 years back or a year back. He, I don't know how he saw it in me, but he thought that I suggested strongly, insisted actually, that I should not do script and I should come to the acting part of the academy. And I did it because jungle, in Urdu there's a jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha. If it's a peacock is dancing in the jungle, nobody sees it, right? If I'm doing acting in a small theater school as my part of my course, nobody comes to watch it. Theater was not really big back then. Nobody cared, my in-laws, my parents. So it was not even known to them that what I was up to. But I think it took off from there. And Zarar actually asked one of the teachers at NAPA, National Academy of Performing Arts, only theater academy in Pakistan, in Karachi. Till now they have opened up another one. I'm looking for a short film. I'm looking for a mother's character. it's just a support part. Can you suggest someone? And that teacher suggested my name, and he called me, and I was not interested because I was not interested in theater, in screen. I was not interested in short movie, and the part didn't seem very exciting. But Zarar said, "Come meet me." So I'm so glad I did, and rest is history. But I'm so glad I met Zarar. I'm so glad that he convinced me. I'm so glad I was part of his short film Diya, which sort of started this feature film. And then we just kept in touch, and we kept talking about it throughout COVID, many Zoom calls, and but first drafts and things, and so I just knew that I was going to be part of this feature. And as he kept telling me about the story, as we went through the journey on paper, pre-production phase, especially COVID, I just knew that this was going to be different. Big or not, but I thought it was going to be different.
I honestly love hearing stories about how no matter like where you are in life, it's still never too late to try and to go for, a different career. So what's the one piece of advice that you may live by as an actor?
That you live by as an actor. Oh my God.
That propels you and keeps you going.
There's this everything, everywhere, all at once. There's this actor won the Oscar award, and he was saying this, that what he went through, his journey, and how he went through all of that, and he kept going, and now he has won an Oscar. I kind of just like looking at these people like Shah Rukh Khan, who came from nothing, the people who had no one there on their backs, the people who had just had to do it,
Yeah.
for make their own way. I think those people always inspire me, and they always kept me going, has always kept me going, and it's going to. Because recently I had this block, like, I don't know what's going on and all that, but I watched some of the Shah Rukh Khan's movie as well, and I was like, if he can do it, I can do it too, If he can make it, I can make it too.
I think being a woman,
Yeah.
being a woman in Pakistan, and then being a mother of two girls. I have two daughters, and I think after having my daughter, it just occurred to me that I have to do something for my passion, my dream. And if I don't do it tomorrow, then there I will have no courage or example to lead my daughter with. So you can either preach or practice. So I think having my daughters made it very, very clear for me to kind of go out there and put yourself out there and take the plunge. So yeah.
Yeah, you just have to live life with no regrets. I don't want any regrets when I'm on my deathbed. So I will do everything in my power to make sure, at least make sure I tried, That's the thing live by. I don't want to regret anything.
So that brings us to the end of this interview. Thank you so much to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And talking to me. And In Flames is in theaters all across Canada, so be sure to go check it out. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.